and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to create this very easy spring estuary makeup look. As I said, this is very easy to recreate, and probably the hardest part about this tutorial will be cutting the crease, like creating your own eyelid and applying false lashes, because the rest is like pretty basic. So yeah, let's just stop talking and get right into it. Wow, this palette is really beautiful. Let me clean it because it's kind of embarrassing. Okay, this is gonna take forever. I'm just gonna bring this palette. I'm just going to bring this brand new palette and like pretend like I'm gonna get the colors. It's from here, but I'm not. I have an old palette right here. It's just super dirty and I'm embarrassed to show it. So this is the video palette. Okay, so let's jump right into it. Today I'm going to be using a Kat Von D palette, and it is the Mi Vida Loca palette, and it's a very colorful palette. I think this was limited edition. And I'm going to be using obviously this yellow right here. It's called Fran, and it's like funny because that's what I called my brother. So I'm going to be using the eyeshadow, and I'm going to apply that with a Morphe and 513 brush, and I'm just going to apply that all over my crease. Since this is the only eyeshadow I'm going to basically put on my crease, I am going to apply a very generous amount. Also, I am applying this eyeshadow all the way to my inner corner, but I am applying the most amount right here in the outer corner. And I'm going to continue applying this eyeshadow on my crease until I am content with the way it looks. Alright, now next step is to cut the crease, and for that I'm going to be using the Tarte Shade Tape Concealer in the shade Light Medium, and I'm just going to put a little bit of this in the back of my hand, like so. And I'm going to be grabbing my favorite flat brush, and it's like a tiny, super tiny flat brush, and this brush is from Bibella. This is what I also clean my eyebrows with, and yeah, it's super thin. I love it, and it is also easier to cut my crease with this brush. I'm going to get the concealer and the brush, and then I'm just going to outline the way I want my eyelid, which is like right here where you can see the lighter shade. So I'm going to try to recreate that on this eye. And honestly, this is going to be the hardest step for the look, because everything else, as I said, is very easy. So just take your time with this and be patient, because honestly, all it takes to do your makeup nicely is patience. I think this looks somewhat similar. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to apply concealer on my lid and just like fill it in with concealer, basically like creating a false crease. So once this is all filled in, I'm going to set this concealer, because if I don't set it, it's going to crease, and that's not a good look. So what I'm going to set this with is this MAC Studio Fix powder foundation, and this is in the shade NC40, and the brush I'm going to be using to set my concealer is this Bibella Blending Fluff 126 brush. And what I do is I just grab the powder, and then I just apply it to the lid. Now that my eyelid is set, I'm going to move on to my next eyeshadow, and the next eyeshadow is from the Jaclyn Hill palette. This is obviously a new palette. I don't want to show you guys my old palette because it is really dirty and I'm kind of embarrassed, but that only shows how much I love the palette. So yeah, I'm going to be using, I honestly lost the paper where it tells you the names, so I don't know the names. I'm just going to show you which eyeshadow I'm going to be using. So the next eyeshadow I'm going to be using is this one right here. And on me, it almost looks like white, but it is like beige. It is really pretty, and it is also very, very pigmented. To apply this eyeshadow, I'm going to be using this same flat brush I used to cut the crease. And for this step, I'm going to be applying a setting spray just so my brush could be wet, and that way the eyeshadow is way more pigmented. It honestly doesn't matter what setting spray you apply on your brush as long as your brush is moist. I'm going to be applying this eyeshadow all over where I applied the concealer. For my next and final eyeshadow, I'm going to be using this Makeup Geek Lemon Drop eyeshadow, and it's just a gorgeous yellow. For that, I'm going to be using a Morphe M433 brush. Yeah, I'm just going to apply this on my crease with the Morphe M433 brush, and I'm just going to be dragging it towards the inner, like from the outer corner, not all the way from the outer corner, but right where you ended the previous eyeshadow, and then you're just going to bring it forward. This step is to avoid creating a harsh line between the beige eyeshadow and the yellow one. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to grab the flat brush one more time, and I'm also going to spray the brush with the setting spray one more time, because as I said, this is also a shimmery eyeshadow, so it looks best when you apply a setting spray to your brush, or if your brush is just moist. So once I wet my brush and I grab the yellow one more time, I'm going to be bringing this eyeshadow almost all the way to my inner corner, but keep it very low, like on your lash line right here. And as you go to the outer corner, make it a little thicker, and then just bring it up. This step will make the yellow stand out a little bit more, and with the previous step, there won't be a harsh line. Alright, this is it for this eyeshadow. Now, I'm going to go back to the Mi Vida Loca palette from Kat Von D, and I'm going to apply the yellow I applied on the crease just in the outer corner, just to like blend it a little bit. I'm not going to make it any darker, because I really want this yellow to stay like this. So I'm going to go back with the Morphe M513 brush, and I'm going to be grabbing the eyeshadow and just apply it here in the outer corner. And that is it for the eyes, well, the eyeshadows right here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to apply mascara to my lashes to prep them for falsies. The mascara I'm going to be using is the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara in this shade Blackest Black. And I want to talk to you guys real quick about the lashes I'm going to be using today, because I can't believe myself that I'm getting gifts from Salon Perfect, which is the lash brand that I'm going to be using today. I used to purchase these lashes, and I still will. Like, obviously, if I ran out and if I want these lashes again, I will purchase them at Walmart, because that's where they're sold. So I purchased these lashes, or used to purchase these lashes at Walmart, and I never thought that a brand as big as Salon Perfect would reach out to me to send me lashes. This is actually the second gift they sent me. Let me show you guys the other one. This big one right here was the first one, and this one had 4 styles of lashes. I already used a few, on most of them, to be honest. It had 4 different styles of lashes, and it was 4 packs of 4 pairs each pack. So this is huge for me, to be honest. And the package today is also this very cute box. So I open it, and here is the picture of this beautiful girl, Daisy Cash. I can be mispronouncing her name, I don't know, but I guess these lashes are in collaboration with her, and they sent me 4 pairs of lashes, 2 different styles. I already have a lash on, and it is so beautiful. It is not dramatic, but it is not super simple because honestly I am not into very small lashes, so I really like this pair of lashes. I don't know about the other one because I haven't tried it yet, but this one so far are super nice. And this style is actually the 630. So these ones are basically my favorite pair of lashes, which are 614. I have a pack right here. Well, not a pack, but I have the 614 lashes right here. And basically it is this pair paired with the Demi Wispies, and I'm pretty sure everybody knows the Demi Wispies lashes. So it is the 614 lashes stacked with the Demi Wispy, and I'm pretty sure this retail for $3.98, which is not bad. It's basically 2 pairs of lashes for $2 each pair, almost $2 each pair, which is really inexpensive. So I'm going to be applying these lashes. So here are the lashes, and I want you guys to know that although they did send them to me for free, I generally do like these lashes. They are not very dramatic, but as I said, they're not super simple because I do not wear super simple eyelashes. So these are like in between, and what I like about these is that they're not heavy at all, so they're very comfortable. So I am moving on to face now, and I'm going to apply this Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. I know it's a setting spray, but I like to apply like some sort of like mist to my face before I apply primer. Alright, now that the spray is on, I'm going to apply this new, well for me new, because I just purchased it today at Walmart, L'Oreal Infallible Matte Lock Primer. Okay, this primer feels really tacky, and to me that's a really good thing because it feels like I'm not going to be getting oily anytime soon. Like, it just mattified my face, but it still like doesn't look dry. I don't know how to explain that. So it feels really good so far, but we'll see how it looks with the foundation. For foundation, I'm going to be using this Maybelline Super Stay Matte Foundation in the shade 220, and I'm just going to apply some pumps to the back of my hand, and then I'm going to dot the foundation all over my face. Now to blend the foundation, I'm going to be using a Real Techniques sponge, and I'm just going to dab this all over my face. For concealer, I'm going to be using the same concealer I applied on my lid, and it is the Tarte Shade Take Concealer in the shade Light Medium. And I'm just going to be applying this under my eyes, a little bit on my forehead, bridge of my nose, and on my chin. And I am blending that out with the same Real Techniques sponge. Now to set my under eyes, I'm going to be using this RCMA No Color Powder, and I'm going to be applying this powder with the same damn sponge. So this is what it looks like, and I'm just going to be dabbing this under my eyes. Also, I'm going to be applying the powder in the areas I applied concealer, which is my forehead, the bridge of my nose, and my chin. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to be grabbing this Ben Nye Banana Powder, and I am also applying this just under my eyes, not my forehead and chin, just under my eyes, because I feel like the translucent powder is great to set, but it might be maybe too white for me. I don't know, I just don't want to risk it or whatever, so I do want to put this banana powder under my eyes as well. And I'm also going to be applying the powder, the banana powder, the same way I applied the translucent powder. Alright, there it is. Now to set my entire face, I'm going to be using the MAC Studio Fix foundation powder, and I love using this sponge. So what I do is I just like swirl this sponge in the powder foundation, and then I just apply it on my face. there it is. I know I look crazy AF right now, but we're going to be fixing that with bronzer right now. And the bronzer I'm going to be using is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Powder. And I think this is not a bronzer. This is more like a setting powder, but I got a deeper tone than mine, obviously. And I'm going to be using this as a bronzer. The brush I'm going to be using for bronzer is a Morphe M530 brush, and I'm just going to apply this on my cheeks and my forehead. Alright, now the blush I'm going to be using is this Anastasia Beverly Hills blush, and this is Peachy Love. This is a blush trio. So I'm going to be using a LUXIE tapered brush for this. Okay, so apparently my camera died and I didn't even realize that I was over here baking and shit. Something I never even do. So what I was doing before my camera died, I guess, I was applying blush, and I was using this blush, and it is the Anastasia, I don't know if I said this already, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Peachy Love Trio Blush, and I use the Ginger in Miami. And I'm using I'm just gonna pretend that I'm doing this again or whatever. I'm using the LUXIE taper brush. So this was me while my camera was dead or whatever. So yeah, and then I also applied the Dust of Colors highlighter in collaboration with I spaced out a little bit, I'm sorry. I'm also using this Dust of Colors highlighter in collaboration with Desi and Katie, and this is in the shade Fuego, and I'm using, well, I used a Anastasia Beverly Hills A23 highlighter brush, and I was just like, you know, over here glowing. So now I'm going to move on to my eyes, and I am going to apply a different color on my lower lash line than the yellow. I want to do, let me see, there's a lot of colors right here. I am thinking I want to do blue. So I guess we're gonna do blue on my waterline, and I'm going to be using the same Mi Vida Loca palette, and I'm going to be using this blue right here. I'm going to be applying blue with a Morphe M514 brush, and I'm just going to apply this under my eyes. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna go in with this other darker blue right here because there's no other blue. So I'm going to be applying that with a Eco Tools brush, which has no name at all. So I'm going to apply this closer to the waterline. Oh, this is a nice color. Now I'm going to apply mascara on my lashes. Alright, so obviously I changed my hair, but whatever. I'm going to do my lips now, and for that I'm going to be using my favorite lip pencil, which is the NYX Cosmetics lip pencil in the shade Natural. And I'm just going to, you know what, I'm going to apply this all over my lips. So here's the pencil without any lipstick, and to be honest, for me personally, I feel like this is the perfect nude because it's not too pink and it's not too brown. So I really like it. Oh my god, my nose itches. I'm also going to apply a little bit of this gloss, and this is from e.l.f. Cosmetics in collaboration with Christian Serrano. So let me just see what's up. Alright, so this is the final look. I feel very Hawaii right now, very spring appropriate, very Easter ready, which were exactly the vibes I was going for. So I hope you guys like this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and leave me a little comment. So yeah, bye guys. I'll see you guys on my next video.